So I have the day off today, and what better way to spend it than learning a new language in 24 hours? It is currently 12 p.m. noon. I'm giving myself until 12 p.m. noon tomorrow in order to learn Korean. Now this is a massive goal for myself. I've always wanted to learn Korean. I have a couple friends that speak Korean, so I thought it'd be a good time now when I have the day off during the summer when I'm not working on classes or studying or doing other stuff like that. And I can actually spend it learning a language in 24 hours and grinding away. So obviously we need to start with what the best way to learn a language is. So let's check out a polyglot's way on how he learns languages in 24 hours. So that's actually the goal. We're going to try and learn a language in 24 hours. Basic conversation. What I would say to somebody like, hello, how are you? How I would respond. How much is this? Is this food good? What do you serve? What do you do for work? What do I do? Where am I from? That kind of thing. What I'm going to try and do is learn all those ways, memorize them, finding the best way to do that. So this is Xiaoma. He speaks a bunch of different languages. He speaks stuff like English, Spanish, Fujianese, which is a dialect of Chinese, Mandarin. He learns some Korean, Italian, French, whatever it may be. And so here's what he does is basically learns a language in 24 hours by repeating those simple things that are going to be used in conversation. So if I'm trying to speak in a market and I need to learn how much something is, I would learn the numbers 1 through 10, or I would learn 1 and 50. But because I'm going to try and be doing it in a basic conversation, as opposed to learning it in a market, I'm going to be learning things like you would ask in a basic conversation. So let's find out what the most basic conversation consists of. So based on this, we're going to need some informal greetings, such as hello, hi, hey, howdy, whatever, such as formal greetings. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Then we're going to need to know what my name is. So my name is Josh. What's your name? I don't remember your name. You are. Pleased to meet you. This is whatever. Nice to meet you. Pleased to meet you. It's a pleasure are going to be basic parts of that conversation. Then we're going to have how are you? How are you doing? How's it going? How are things? What's up? I'm well. How are you? Responding to that question and then asking them how they're doing. It's going well. Thank you. How are you doing? Fine. Thanks. And yourself. Asking for clarification. I'm sorry, I don't understand. Can you repeat that? Can you elaborate, etc., etc.? And then continuing on with using small talk to end that conversation. Thanks, have a good day, good luck, talk to you soon, see you later. Stuff like ciao, hasta luego, see ya, goodbye, bye, have a great day, catch you later. So we need to do some shadowing. We need to practice with repetition and actually memorizing how to say these types of things. Talk to yourself, describe what you see. So a lot of describing words, listening to conversation and watching interviews or stuff like that. I'm going to be trying to use Duolingo as that sort of conversation starter, learning those letters, learning those basic words such as hi, hello, how are you, my name is, I'm from, here's what I do for work, that kind of thing. So let's get started. So it's been approximately an hour. I am currently just learning characters before I can get into actual sentences. And listen to the pronunciations of all these words. You can see me in that reflection. They are so similar, it is crazy.
Kan, ka, kan, kam,
Kan,
kan,
kang,
ka,
ka,
kan,
and gan.
ka, kan, kam,
I think it's this one. Let's go! At this point, it's been an hour and a half, and we're finally learning words. So we have ant, chicken, and student, and we can listen to each of the pronunciations to try and learn all 3 words at once, even though we only need to learn student for this actual question.
개미,
Kimmy,
닭,
닭,
학생,
학생,
학생.
학생. You can check. Luckily, we know it's student because of the picture. Characters are much harder to learn, but pretty much we're just going to work on pronunciations and the actual phonetics of it.
개미의 노래,
개미의 노래,
개미의 노래,
개미의 노래.
개미의 노래,
This. Nope. This fox's song. The ant song.
개미의 노래.
But it's okay because maybe eventually we might actually get it. Maybe tomorrow or maybe never. You never know. So let's keep trying. I think these have got to be the 3 easiest words that I can remember in Korean.
콜라,
Cola,
아이스크림,
ice cream,
커피.
coffee. So even without looking at a lot of these pictures, we can actually click on them because a lot of them are cognates. What we're learning right now are cognates as well as the list that I've provided on the screen. This being coffee,
커피,
coffee,
텔레비전,
television,
파티,
and party.
텔레비전.
So all 3 of these are cognates as well as that list. There are a ton of cognates as well as some false cognates, but this makes the language a lot easier to learn when the word is pretty much the same in English, but with a Korean pronunciation. Another thing I've utilized definitely is Google Translate for pronunciations, not because it's like a quiz and I want to know what the words mean, because I can't type the characters, but in English, if I can see here that it's nice to meet you.
안녕하세요. 만나서 반갑습니다.
안녕하세요, and then whatever nice to meet you is, and I didn't really know how to pronounce that even after hearing it. And so I look up nice to meet you, and I can see it's 만나세요, 반갑습니다.
만나서 반갑습니다.
만나서 반갑습니다. And so now you have 안녕하세요, 반갑습니다,
안녕하세요. 만나서 반갑습니다.
which means hello, nice to meet you. John Honyu Nologo, Pihalo Myozo Ezda. That's what happens when I use Google Translate to try and say I am having pizza for dinner. Nyanan Jonyogolo Pihalo Myozo Ezda. Probably sounds terrible, but that's what happens when I use Google Translate. Hopefully it's better by tomorrow. Something I've learned while doing this on roughly hour 7 is that sometimes the sentence structure is backwards, which can be similar to Spanish. So like in this sentence,
저는 필라델피아가 좋습니다.
저는
필라델피아가 좋습니다.
좋습니다 is I Philadelphia
저는
like,
필라델피아가 좋습니다.
but the actual sentence is I like Philadelphia, and so in that sense it's backwards where you say I Philadelphia like as opposed to I like Philadelphia, which like in Spanish you would say the box red, literally caja roja, instead of saying the red box. You'd say that backwards as well. Kind of cool. So it's currently 8 hours in, and I've completed enough where I got into the leaderboard and I'm second place in the Bronze League, as well as completed my first set of things on Duolingo. And now we're going to move on to a different website where it's pretty much just memorizing these phrases so that if I were to be in a Korean conversation, I would be perfectly fine. So now I have a good basis, a good starting point, and I know how to pronounce certain things and how to use them in sentences and stuff. And so now I'm going to just pretty much try and memorize these 67 greetings, and then we'll see where we're at tomorrow. So although I don't have anybody that can speak Korean here with me, I'm going to practice a conversation with myself tomorrow by memorizing some of the typical phrases that you would use in an everyday conversation. So the time is currently 11 o'clock, meaning we have exactly 1 hour until we need to memorize these phrases and use them in a conversation with myself. Let's see if we can get it. Well, whether we like it or not, it's officially 12:15. I'm actually a little late for when I should be taking this practice conversation with myself in the mirror because I got something else to get to at 1 o'clock, so we gotta hurry up. The time is now. Let's get to it. 안녕하세요. 안녕. 이름이 뭐예요? 제 이름은 Josh. 반갑습니다. 한국어로 하세요. 한국어로 지금 합니다. 축하해요. 고맙습니다. 나는 재훈 지금 나야 한다. 안녕. 안녕. Well, hopefully that wasn't too cringe for you to watch. I realize that I'm very monotone, whether I'm saying a question or a period or an exclamation, and no matter what my sentence is, I sound the exact same. But that's something to work on for the future, because I've only spoken Korean for approximately 9 hours at this point, and I've only memorized about 5 or 6 phrases. And so with that, I did the best I could. If you do want to see an update video, I'll probably learn a lot off camera. And so if you want to see an update video in a month or in 6 months or a year, whatever that may be, I might do one of those in the future. If you have any other ideas for videos that you want me to do, learning a new set of skills or a new language or something in 24 hours or 48 hours or even a week, whatever that may be, comment that down below. Otherwise, like the video if you did enjoy and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any future content. Otherwise, I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.